My father always describes how when he was younger, my grandfather went to a shaman in their village who told him my father would never be settled and would one day fly away. He was born and raised in Ayabaca, Peru, in the Andean countryside. He grew up very poor and didn't have a pair of shoes until he was 7. When my father was 18 and a senior in high school, an anthropology graduate student from the University of Chicago came to my father's village for field work. What followed is what my father refers to as fate. Since he had learned a little English, he was able to help the anthropology student translate some newspapers from Spanish to English. After they talked for a while, the student from the University of Chicago asked my father if he had ever considered studying in the U.S. 1964 marked the year my father arranged to immigrate to the U.S. to go to school, with the help of funds from the church and the sponsorship of the graduate student. He left a culture he felt displaced in, but I never understood why.
Si vengo a despedirme, porque me voy muy lejos, en busca de un consuelo que calme este dolor que me causaste ingrata, tan solo con tu olvido, que mal pagas querida, a quien tanto te amó.
Tu papá estaba pequeño, el caballo, el burro, la mula y el toro. En el toro cabalgaban, montaban. El toro lo servían de una bestia de carga.
Mi tía and mi tío took me around to where my father grew up. They took me to his colegio, his school, where I saw his grades, the top in his class. I imagined my young father walking with his burro. What was he thinking? Did he know he would end up in a place like Berkeley, California, with a Jewish wife and 2 young girls? Did he know he would return a few times to Peru, but only twice to Ayabaca? Did he know that when he would first return, he might feel distant from his family and continue to feel distant? Well, I used to resent my father for not always telling me the complete story. Going to Peru and going to Ayabaca raised more questions. How could I blame my father for wanting to seek more opportunities? And while my father left, does that history still not exist for me? For my father, leaving Peru meant self-discovery. It meant reimagining himself. Peru, Ayabaca, his family, they will always be in his stories. They will always be a part of his voice. Mi patria pobre, Manuel Scorza.
Yo no conocía el rostro de mi patria.
I did not know the face of my land.
Tuvo que caérseme el corazón a un pozo.
She had to lead my heart to a well.
Tuve que verla con su cartel de ciego en los suburbios.
I had to see it through her blind sign in the suburbs.
Tuve que oírla llorar de miedo en las prisiones.
I had to hear the cry of fear in the prisons.
Para comprender que la patria era quien me dolía bajo tanto dolor.
To understand that my land was who hurt me with so much pain.
I am Joaquin. Yes, I have come a long way to nowhere, unwillingly dragged by the monstrous, technical industrial giant called progress and Anglo-success. I of the same name, Joaquin, in a country that has wiped out all my history, stiff all my pride, in a country that has placed a different weight of indignity upon my age-old burden back. I look at myself and see part of me who rejects my father and my mother and dissolves into the melting pot to disappear in shame. And in all the fertile lands, the barren plains, the mountain villages, smoke-smeared cities, we start to move. La raza, Mexicano, Español, Latino, Chicano, or whatever I call myself. I look the same, I feel the same, I cry, and sing the same. I am the masses of my people, and I refuse to be absorbed.